Good morning. We are leaving Bathi and heading north to an unknown island. Should have some great winds today. Close hauled all the way up. And yeah, should be getting 20 knots or so. It's gonna be a great day. Wow. That's how you start a morning. Yeah, right? Here you go, sailing. That I remove all the water out of the boat. So our plan for today is to sail from Vathi all the way up to this unknown island. It has a name, none of us can pronounce it. Agathonisan? That's about 28 nautical miles. Wind is coming from the northwest, so it should be a nice close hauled, fast sail with 15 to 20 knots. Woo! We hope. We can only hope. As soon as we got out of the lee of the island, we immediately felt the effects of the wind. The boat heeled over and picked up some great speed. As predicted, the wind was really pushing today, and as such, our speed was averaging over 7.5 knots. Great sailing. We weren't able to point as high as we had hoped, so we had to make several tacks. And since we were beating into the wind, the boat was really taking a pounding on the waves and causing our greenhorn to feel a little seasick. Danielle also got quite nervous when Levy went up front during the high wind and waves and was adjusting our leech line on our head sail. I think she was freaked out he was going to fall overboard and we were going to have to do a man overboard rescue. But Levy is a very sure-footed sailor, having sailed in Hawaii for many years, so he's used to big waves, strong winds. As we passed the northern end of Kalymnos, we decided to pull into the southern bay of Leros to drop anchor, have some lunch, and just relax before the next leg of our trip. Back to Leros! We'd all explored this bay previously on motorbikes, but approaching it from the sea was a totally different experience. So we are heading out of Leros, the bottom bay, I don't know what it's called, Campos, something like that. And we're gonna head out to a deserted little island east of us, northeast of us, and try to anchor for the night there. Should be nobody there, should be fun. We'll have a little party on the boat, and it'll be a good time. Unknown island, here we come. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After lunch, we decided to change our plans and head to a different island as we hadn't made it as far north as we had hoped to. And since we had been beating upwind, we figured it would be a lot easier to do more of a beam reach and head east over towards the Turkish border to a little island called Farmakinosi. Little did we know what would await us that evening on this little tiny island that we had originally thought was deserted. This is Levy's natural environment.
We don't need to do it because we're only going a little further, but now's when we want to reef into
The winds in the afternoon really picked up and were blowing well over 20 knots, and we were a bit overpowered. So we took the opportunity to reef our head sail a bit, slow the boat down, and make it a bit more comfortable. And since the conditions were great for sailing, plus we'd all been on this boat now for a week, we figured it was about time to give our greenhorn more experience at the helm and help alleviate her seasickness. So we gave her the wheel and let her drive the boat.
Get wet though.
It's totally drenched us. That's incredible.
And I got it all on film.
You got the splash on camera? As we approached Pharmacognosy, we decided to pull out the pilot book and do a bit more research as to a better place to anchor. And around that same time, we also noticed some very interesting shaped buildings on the island that looked rather like pillboxes or gun enclosures. As it turns out, Pharmacognosy is actually a Greek army base facing the Turkish border, and it is forbidden to step foot on shore. However, the pilot book told us there was a safe anchorage just around the corner from the main base, and so we headed over there to drop our hook. As we came towards our anchorage, we sailed directly in front of the military base. Obviously, we had our VHF on channel 16, and I was half expecting them to hail us over the radio to see what our intentions were or just to see what we were up to. I'm looking right at what looks to be a gun turret. It's all right. So we're just about to drop anchor off Pharmacognosy. We thought it was a deserted island. We just found out it's a military base. And apparently we're not allowed to go to shore. So I don't think we were really planning on it, but hopefully they don't kick us out. How are you feeling about the anchor, Levy?
Well, I'd say let's start doing our dinner stuff and just watch it for a couple hours, and before it gets dark, decide if we're comfortable with it or want to move it.
Well, two guys came up to us off shore and yelled at us and said we couldn't park here. This is a restricted area. It's a Navy base. So I've done the only thing I can do. Let's call my buddy Panos in the Greek Navy. And we're going to find out some answers. And hopefully we can tell these guys to screw off because we got permission from the higher ups. That's what we're hoping. So cross our fingers. All right, so we just got a phone call back. We're still waiting a confirmation from the Greek Navy if we can anchor here. But the two main issues that we're running into is one, the weather's pretty rough. Two, we don't have any lights on our boat. And so it's hard for us to run at night. We don't have AIS. And three, we are at least 10 miles away from the next Greek island without going into Turkey, which means we won't get there before dark. So we really need to stay here if we can. So hopefully we'll get a phone call back from some higher ups in the Greek Navy that say, yes, you can anchor here for the night. And then we can go back to our little anchorage and we can tell those guys to go screw themselves, basically. Hey, Panos. Yeah, we're good. What's up? Yeah, we're just at anchor. We're not going to land. So it's okay to just go back in that little bay? Okay, and can you text me the name of your commanding officer in case anybody says something so I can just tell them? I'm on 16, correct. Okay, I'll buy you some beers when I see you next time. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Woo woo! The Greek Navy just said we
At the last possible sundown moment, we get the call from Panos, the Greek Navy guy, and called his commanding officer and said that we're able to moor where we were.
You're gonna go back and say na 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 na
Na na na na na na na na na.
Oh, this couldn't be cooler. We totally have permission from the commanding officer. So if these guys yell at us again, we'll just like, sorry guys, your boss said it was cool. Oh, it's good to have friends, huh? Wow, what a wonderful life. Well, we're back in the same bay and I'm waiting to see some people pop up out of the bushes and yell at us so I can tell them to go beep, 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 beep. We are safely back on anchor, back in the same spot. We just got told to move, so
I love it. I love it. It's not what you know. It's definitely who you know.
We are heading to the island of Agathonesian. Over.
Alright, I will be in contact. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. We got confirmation that we could anchor here tonight. Over.
Okay, we will inform about that. Can you tell me the name of the boat?
Sailing vessel Angelina. Angelina. Over.
I saw it AEGEAN.
Thank you. Roger that. Over.
What do I keep dropping pasta?
We just say we're not planning to go ashore and we're planning to leave first thing in the morning.
Tell me what time you left from Laos.
What time did we leave Laros?
4.
We left Laros
4:15.
about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Over.
Alright.
The base eventually hailed us on 16, just wanting to know some basic information, the registration of the boat, the flag, the people on board, and just to give us a friendly reminder that we were not allowed to step a single foot on shore. This is one of those just surreal experiences that's so funny to relive while I'm looking back and editing this video. And yes, when we got back to shore, I did indeed buy Panos mini cold beers at the pub.
Oh, Diane? Oh, no shit. We.
Roger that. Over. Out. Coming up next, we get back on track to head to the original planned island of Agathonesi, a small island in the northeast corner of the Dodecanese Islands, where we have an opportunity to come alongside the town quay and practice a little side docking, and where we had a surprise visitor show up and stern dock right behind us. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. We really appreciate your time. If you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, or commenting on this video so we can talk with you directly. These are fast, fun, and easy ways for you to follow our adventures. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.